Hello, welcome to the True Blue True Blue Politics
Politics.
Daily. I'm gonna get
Yes,
this right,
you
okay?
are. You
Eventually.
are. It's okay.
Today is May 19th, 2026,
You're pretty.
right? I'm getting
So
I'm getting better at least. I got
you
the date
are.
right.
You are.
So, welcome everybody. And I'm Anita, and Karen from
That's
Chicago
me.
is here.
That's me.
And today we're going to talk about what, Karen?
Oh, well, we're going to talk about Trump and all of his bluster and all
Oh,
of
what
his
else is new?
tacoing and all of his bullshit,
So we're going to
which,
talk about Iran, right?
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to start with the recent bluster. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, let's talk about how he repeatedly makes these threats and he posts these threats like he's going to destroy them. I mean, what's weird about it is, remember the first time he said that it was the end of their civilization? I forgot how he put it. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody flipped out, right?
Yep.
He does that all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
And people are just like, oh, well, ho hum.
Yeah.
This is how unserious he is.
I
And
mean, isn't this like at any other time? Wouldn't this be like an impeachable? This would be something where, like, both parties would be like, "Whoa."
well, no, Republicans would never.
You don't think that they would
No,
have? No, if it was okay, okay, I'm
if
sorry.
it were
Let
a
me. I'm
Democrat
sorry. If it
president,
was a
yes.
Democratic president,
Yeah. If it were a
right,
Republican president, no. I don't
right.
I don't think I really just don't think they would ever do
You're right.
anything and hold their
You're right.
leader accountable.
You're right. I mean, they only did it with Nixon when it was the only thing that they could do. When.
Yeah, because Democrats ran everything at the
Hmm.
time. Democrats ran Congress. They were in power as far as
Hmm.
like legislatively. They were in power and they could have
Wait, aren't
they
they in power now? Aren't the Democrats in power? Aren't they?
no.
Aren't is wait.
Democrats have no power now.
Did you hear JD Vance talking about?
Oh, the
Did
yeah,
you hear that
that
shit?
speech he made where he said the only way we can clean up Washington is if we get rid of the monster in Washington. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, you're right, JD. What
you are
seriously?
it.
I mean, you work for this guy. You're part of that monster.
Hmm.
I mean, these people, even when they talk about like Washington or they act like they're
They're not
looking
in
in.
power.
They're
Like
not
they don't have
yeah,
the Supreme Court. Like they don't have the executive. Like they don't have the House. Like they don't have the
all the
Senate.
power.
But it's everything is going to shit. But it's not our fault. It's the
Mm-mm.
Democrats' fault. It's
It's
Joe
always the
Biden's
Democrats'
fault. It's
fault. Yeah.
Obama's fault. It's a
Hmm.
How
It's never
make
their
that
fault.
make sense? And
It
it's
doesn't
not.
make sense.
And you know what? The thing of it is, and I mentioned this to you earlier, the thing that I'm seeing on Facebook now, people that I have known for decades, okay,
Hmm.
that don't do politics, quote unquote, don't post things on their Facebook page. And of course, everybody has a choice what they want to post on their Facebook page, but these people never take a stand on anything, right? They're always posting like their vacation pictures or what they
Hmm.
had for
Yeah, I know
dinner.
people like that.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's like, and that's fine. It's your page. You can do whatever you want with that, right? But now, ooh, the stuff I am seeing, people are pissed. People are
That's
super
because
angry
people are
about the
suffering.
cost of gas. People are not able to get to their jobs.
It's kind of sad, really, that
It
this is what,
is that
gets
this
their
is it.
attention.
Like none of the other shit. I mean, I
Mm-mm.
know, and it's
As long
like
as it doesn't touch them, they're fine.
right. And or they don't step up. But I'm not I'm
Mm-mm.
I don't know enough about, like who do they vote for because they don't say anything one way or the other.
Mm-mm.
But they certainly, are just kind of like, hey, we don't do politics,
Well, here's the thing. The people are so enraged right now. There's a
Yeah.
number of things to be enraged about.
Yes.
And maybe this was the thing that they felt they could express themselves
Well,
about. Maybe they were already angry about a lot of other
Well,
things.
right. It affects if you want to go on a vacation. It affects if you want to go. I mean, it affects the cost of groceries. It affects if you want to go visit your mother who lives two
Hmm.
hours away, or go, or if you are like one of our friends, if you have a income source that requires you to travel outside of your immediate area.
And then it
Um,
costs too much.
and it costs too much, it
Hmm.
doesn't make it worth it. The money that you would make doing that
Hmm.
job doesn't make it worth it because the amount of gas that you're going to have to buy in order to do it.
Yeah, and with everything else going on, I think the fact that gas prices are going so high, food prices,
Mm-hmm.
everything, energy prices.
Yeah.
I think, you know, everybody they they don't give him any leeway for anything else, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They don't
This
like
is something that people, this is like, in the media are like, well, the economy's doing good, but why aren't people feeling it? And it's
mm,
like Donald Trump and the Republicans can run around and talk about how the costs are coming down, how inflation is down, and, all of this stuff that is like complete and utter bullshit.
well,
Um,
but to
it's
them, they don't live in the real world.
no.
They live in the, and when we talk about people that live in a bubble, that's who these people
Mm-hmm.
are. They are so rich.
Yeah.
They just, their lives are doing great. And everybody
Yeah.
they know's lives are doing great. So they can't understand why we're complaining.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, let's move on. So he
Oh, wait,
repeatedly,
I just want to here. Let me see if I can, oh boy. Yeah, no, she's pissed. Oh, ooh, this is good. Oh, I'm
one
just
of your
looking at her
friends,
Facebook, my friend who posted this, and yeah, it, she is pissed. Go ahead, keep talking, but I'm gonna back up and,
no, I haven't checked Facebook in a while. I never go
oh,
on there.
she is,
Maybe I
yeah,
should check because the people I know that never talk politics on Facebook.
oh, yeah.
Rarely.
I can't find the exact post that oh, here we no, no, this is it. Okay, this is what she said. Screw this and screw you, Trump. Gas just went up 90 cents overnight. It was 3.59 yesterday on my way home. Today it's 4.59. She lives down on my thing in Florida. A damn gallon. You know what, Mr. President? You can kiss my white ass. I don't know what the hell you think you're making great again, but it sure isn't the America I live in because nothing you've done has helped me or anyone I know. I'd like to know when was the last time, if ever, you've gone to a gas station and pumped your own gas or gone to the grocery store and bought your own groceries, you big orange self-absorbed arrogant golden pacifier prick. So how do you know how to make America great again if you've never lived in the real freaking America? Get out of your high tower and go see the real America besides what's on TV. Walk out your own damn door. Oh yeah, that's right, you can't because everyone hates you and they all want you 6 feet under. Mm.
Look, he's never going to. I mean, he's going to be 80 years old in like a couple weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has never pumped his own gas. He's never changed his own
No.
tire. He's
No.
never even paid his own bills. There's
No.
always been somebody to do it for him.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, and he's never gone grocery shopping. We know that because he just discovered the word groceries.
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
he has chefs. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, of course he doesn't
He's got
understand.
bed bugs.
Yeah. Remember when we were so upset that H.W. Bush
Mhm.
didn't know how to use one of those scanners at the grocery store and didn't
Mhm.
know how much a loaf of bread costs?
Yeah.
We've got this guy who doesn't know. I mean, he keeps telling us everything's great. Gas prices are fantastic. He
Oh
tells
my
us that,
gosh.
yeah, everything's fine. Inflation's gone and she's just so out of touch. And they're
Yeah.
hosting these elaborate parties with
Mhm.
women in champagne bottles and all this prime rib and
Yeah,
caviar
caviar.
and all this
Mhm.
other stuff and lobster. And people are
Champagne.
just, this is, I mean, what they're, this is French Revolution
Yeah,
territory.
no shit. People are, I mean,
Yeah.
this is gonna be, torches and pitchfork
Yeah.
time.
Guillotines.
Guillotines and stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
So, not that I
No, we're not
am
endorsing a
we're not
guillotine,
endorsing
okay? We're just
guillotines.
saying it as a
Just
metaphor.
saying that people are mad,
It's a
okay?
metaphor for,
People are
yeah.
really fucking angry, and
Yeah.
rightfully so. So, US in ugly stalemate with Iran, Trump keeps making threats and backing down, Anita.
Here's and
Um,
he yeah,
yeah.
he keeps posting these threats that are so like we were talking about. This is over the top threats, and people are just ignoring it now. And he's just unserious. No,
Mm,
you do not want a president not being taken seriously, and that's
no.
what we have here.
Yep. So, so this is from what is this from?
Oh,
AL.com.
it's AP. It was reported by the AP.
Oh, well, this is
It doesn't.
something
It's not.
else.
They reported it from the
They
AP.
did? Okay, well,
Yeah,
good. Thank you for clarifying that. I
yeah.
don't want to give
I think
credit
it
where
says it on there. Yeah,
yeah, it might. Okay, by Associated Press, right. It's in the fine print. Okay.
Mm.
So President Donald Trump has considered himself an effective deal maker above all else, but
Mm.
he appears to have hit a wall, Anita,
He's not a deal maker.
with Iran as his tough talk. Threats and even military action have not moved Tehran from its
Mm.
long established positions. Who could have seen that? With
Mm.
shifting goals that make it difficult to judge the status of the U.S. effort, Trump and his top aides have insisted the United States has already won the war and that Iran, oh, look
Do you
at
see how they're putting that so
shiny,
diplomatically?
oh, shiny. Yeah, yeah, won the war, and that Iran is ready to reach an agreement in the wake of escalating U.S. threats during a tenuous ceasefire. But Trump once again backed down, saying Monday that he had put plans for an imminent resumption of attacks on hold at the request of Gulf Arab states because, in quotes, serious negotiations are now taking place, and that in their opinion, as great leaders and allies, a deal will be made which will be very acceptable to the United States of America, as well as all countries in the Middle East and beyond.
Okay, that's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. First of all,
I
and I sent
declare this strait
yeah,
open.
he's just making shit up. Taco Tuesday came a day early, okay? This was
Okay,
yesterday.
that was
And
yesterday.
he does this every time because he
Mm,
doesn't there is no way out. There really is no way out for him
no, no.
because he is supposed to be the strong man, right? Well,
Hmm.
Iran also, they have to be the strong man. There's there's just no way out for him. What is he going to do? He can't if he just leaves and the Strait of Hormuz stays in control of Iran
Hmm.
and they never gets it, even the nuclear material stays there. What has he achieved? And everybody will know it.
Yep.
Everybody will know it that
Mm.
he just
The
ran
emperor
off.
has no
The
clothes.
emperor has no clothes. And I mean, so he's delaying, all he's doing is delaying this, the
Hmm.
inevitable,
Yep.
because
Yes.
eventually people are figuring it out.
But
Everybody,
thank God, though. But Anita, thank God he's got able-bodied, able-minded with all kinds of qualifications, his defense secretary.
yeah, his Secretary of
He's gonna pick
War.
up the slack. He's gonna
Yeah,
pick up the
except for he's
slack.
in Kentucky. He was in Kentucky. Donald Trump was making these threats,
Oh,
right?
oh.
And his Secretary of Defense, who he calls the Secretary of War, was in Kentucky trying to make sure that Thomas Massey doesn't get elected. He's
That's
campaigning for, I can't remember the Republican's name, the MAGA Republican that's running
oh,
against Thomas Massey, but let's all hope. I
well,
don't like Thomas Massey, but I want him to win this primary.
so I can tell you the AP, this is from the AP is again.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hegseth traveled to Kentucky to deliver his remarks, which were designed to undermine Representative Thomas Massey on the eve of
Mm-hmm.
his primary in the state's fourth congressional district. Hegseth said he was speaking as a private citizen and not as a member of Trump's cabinet, Anita.
No,
And
because
yet,
his cabinet's supposed to be helping him, go to war with Iran.
that's right. And yet, Hegseth referenced Trump over and over
Of
as he
course he did.
praised Massey's rival, former Navy SEAL Ed Galrang.
Yeah, I just don't get it. These people in these states in these districts that are so like
Mm,
wedded to Donald Trump. I don't get it. To me, like what happened in Indiana, and I hope that
hmm
doesn't happen to Thomas Massey because Thomas Massey, as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as he normally is, honestly, he is.
hmm
He is right on a couple things. He was right on the Epstein files, and he's also against the Iran war. He actually has some integrity. He's
Now,
some
is
convictions.
yeah, as the defense secretary, isn't it kind of your job to advise and kind of temper,
Well, you're supposed to be
maybe
running the war.
you're supposed to be, yeah. So, this is what he had to say, though. President Trump needs reinforcements, and that's what war fighters do. They
Oh,
stand behind leaders and have their back, Hegseth said. Too often, Thomas Massey has acted like his job is to stand apart from the movement that President Trump leads instead of strengthening it. When President Trump needs backup, Massey wants to debate process. Oh,
now what Donald Trump needs is truth tellers. And Thomas
Yes.
Massey is telling the truth,
Yes.
and then he doesn't want truth tellers.
No.
This is why he's in the trouble he's in, because, well, there were a couple people that tried to tell him, but
Mm-hmm.
not enough. And there were people that went along with him and said,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And now he's in this predicament. Honestly, you'd think he'd want some people that actually knew what they were doing and would
To
tell him the
save him
truth.
from his, yeah, but that's not Trump. I mean, that, that's not
Of course not. He knows
his
everything.
well, in his entire life. I mean, he ran a family business, right? And so like he's the executive,
Into the
he's the
ground.
authority. Exactly. And because he is completely incapable of listening to good advice and letting people, it's like if you're going to surround yourself, you know how he used to brag, "Oh, I surround myself with the best people."
Oh,
No,
only the best.
yeah, only the best. He's the best yes men and women.
Yeah.
You
Well,
he
he
doesn't
says
want to
loyalty. That's
loyalty
all he
above
cares
all
about.
else. That's it.
Meaning they never will tell him the truth.
That's right.
They will lie to him and lie to him and lie
That's
to him. You
right.
see the cabinet meetings, they just blow smoke up his
Yep.
ass.
You just sit there and take their little loyalty oaths and have their little circle jerks and yeah.
Yeah, well, this is what is
Hmm.
always kind of destroyed dictators is they
Hmm.
surround themselves with yes men, like Hitler, like Stalin,
That's
like
it.
that's what they do, and they
That's
end
what they
up
do. I mean, that's what Vladimir Putin, right?
Vladimir Putin. Yeah,
Yep.
well,
Yep.
Vladimir Putin is the same way. He doesn't listen to
Yes.
anybody,
No, exactly right.
and that's how
Exactly
he's in
right.
the situation he is. And by the way, just to say on a side note, Ukraine is kicking ass right now. They're taking
Hmm.
back territory.
Good.
They attacked them in Mount Moscow.
Hmm.
So, just as
Yeah.
a
I
side
mean,
note,
fine, it at some point, they eat each other and, it's
well,
not, it's
in
not
the
gonna
end, if you don't tell them the truth, then they're
right.
just going to keep
They're
making
eating
mistakes and
themselves.
stepping in it, and he's never going to be able to get out of this. He
Right.
can't. There is
And
no
this
way
is the
out now.
Republic. I mean, my God. See, this is the thing. And I don't think that I mean, because there's so much going on, but like, even going back to the first term, Donald Trump, I mean, he is doing everything at the behest of Vladimir Putin. I mean, he listens to Vladimir Putin.
Oh
He
yeah,
he adores Vladimir Putin.
he adores
And
any dictator. He loves dictator. He's a dictator
yeah,
wannabe. Yeah,
yeah, and I mean, and
fanboy.
and it's to, your own demise
That's right.
that,
Well,
you're
Vladimir.
I
The
mean,
thing about it is, the thing is, he's listening to these people who don't have his best interest, who don't have the United
exactly,
States' best
don't have the
interest.
United States best interest, and he's
No,
and
China.
under, but the thing that Vladimir Putin understood was that the vehicle that Donald Trump needed, there was a reason that Donald Trump ran as a Republican, not a Democrat, because Vladimir Putin understood who the Republican Party was,
Oh yeah,
and
he'd
that
already
that was the
infiltrated it.
perfect vehicle
He'd
for
already
Donald
infiltrated through
Trump.
the NRA.
Yes, exactly.
So he knew exactly who was susceptible to
Hmm.
somebody like Donald Trump.
Yep,
And that's who and he knew Donald Trump would destroy America.
that's right. That's right. Without firing a single shot,
That's
right?
right.
Hmm.
Because he's an agent of chaos and he doesn't know anything. And he's a narcissistic sociopath
Hmm. So, Arab
and mentally
countries,
unstable. Go ahead.
yes. Oh, yeah. So, Arab countries deny having been aware of an imminent attack on Iran,
Of course not. He's
while
lying.
Trump stated that he had called off an attack at the request of Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. Now, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, is this a video along with this, Anita?
I don't go ahead, you can
Let
play
me
it.
see if it is. No, it isn't. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, he says this is what he does. He says he's in the middle of negotiations, and Iran will say, "Oh, we don't even know what you're talking about."
Right.
And now this time, of course, these other
Who are
nations that
you
sees
negotiating with, Donald? Are they in the room with you
he's
now,
negotiating with
Donald?
himself. That's what
Oh,
Iran is saying. They've been putting out those videos showing him negotiating with himself.
yes.
He's just trying to delay the inevitable. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
he has no way out. I don't know how this is going to end, but from what I understand, I just read today that NATO is in talks to maybe help out if the strait is still not open by July. Now, I don't know what they're going to do because are they going to risk their own, military
Yeah,
trying
I
to open
wouldn't.
that?
I wouldn't.
No. Well,
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
the only way Americans learn, the only way that, this country is going to learn is to suffer some consequences. And I mean, it's like
But the problem
we
is
could
Europe
have
is suffering.
elected, right? And and of course, but we could have elected a more than qualified black woman.
Yeah, but the problem is Europe right now is suffering even more because they rely more on straight.
Yeah.
So they're right now they're thinking about for their own protection,
Right. But
opening the
that's not
straight.
going to, okay, so if they do that though, that doesn't necessarily um translate into us being, necessarily being helped by that.
Well, of course it will help us. It just I don't know what they're going to. I mean,
But how does it
the
really, I
fact of the
mean,
matter is Donald Trump got the world into this situation,
right.
and
And I
he
mean,
doesn't
but
know how to
if
get out of it.
Europe, so I mean, so Europe can't just, and I'm sorry, like I may be, just not understanding how this all works, but if Europe negotiates their own terms with Iran,
Yeah.
I mean, we're still at war with them,
Well, that's another thing they're doing.
right?
Some
I
of these
mean, we're
countries.
we're yeah, we're still at war with them. Israel is still attacking them. I mean, what is that?
I don't know. That's a good question as far as like Iran, like Donald Trump. But the thing about it is the leverage that Iran has is the Strait. That is their nuclear weapon right now.
Hmm.
That is
But
their
could they
leverage.
not? Could they not selectively, open it up for certain people, certain countries?
Well, if they only open it for European countries, um, once again, it's going to open up the. That's the reason why we're suffering is because all the oil goes into a global market,
Hmm.
and so that's why oil prices are so much higher.
Right.
We don't rely on the strait as much as other countries do. We only get what 10%.
Except, well, okay, but the fertilizer.
I
I
don't know how
mean,
much we depend on that, but the
well,
point
it's
is,
hurting.
I don't. We
It
don't
is.
know if it's going to
Yeah, it's
happen.
it's it's hurting American farmers. I know that.
Well, the thing about the whole thing is, grown-ups are going to have to come in
Hmm.
and fix Donald Trump's problem.
Yep, the big mess that the Republicans made.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
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 Who won't
Okay,
stand up
so
to him and stop it?
exactly. So this is the Hormuz letter breaking. Iran is preparing to continuously fire hundreds of missiles per day at Gulf energy infrastructure, refineries, ports, and water I'm gonna botch this.
Desalinate.
Desalination, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Plants as soon as the U.S. resumes strikes, per New York Times. Iran's IRGC says it will return the Emirates to the era of riding camels and occupy Abu Dhabi if necessary. The Houthis would also immediately shut down the Bab el Mandeb
In the
Strait.
Red Sea.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Strait to open up a second maritime front against the U.S. with initial steps toward the blockade already taken.
Yeah. Now that's an alternative route that a lot of these countries are taking. A lot of these
Okay.
merchant ships are taking, and the Houthis can stop that.
Mm,
Apparently, the ones in Yemen,
yep.
and they've been threatening that. This is what they threatened if not if we try to attack them. This is the kind of situation he's in now that he's put himself
Hmm.
in.
Yep. Well, but look, as long as Iran is doesn't have their nuclear
Powder, what do you
weapon,
call it? Dust?
and
He calls it nuclear dust.
yeah, as long as they don't have that, as long as we have decimated everything, that's all that
Didn't we
really
do that?
matters.
I thought
Oh,
we
wait,
obliterated it.
we obliterated it, right? Except that, wait a minute, what's this? Le Monde? Uh,
Yeah, Le
oh,
Mans, the French people.
shit. Oh, the rebuilding of Iran's ballistic arsenal challenges claims of a decisive U.S. victory, Anita.
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, I
Oh
know.
no.
All of it
Oh
was a lie.
no. Investigations by the New York Times and the Washington Post say that Iran has managed to preserve part of its missile stockpiles and launchers. This is Claire Gatinois and Majid Zarouki, May 15th. Oh boy. Donald Trump reiterated the point before departing for Beijing. On Wednesday, May 13th, he told reporters that the Iranian military was decimated, adding on
Mm.
Truth Central that those saying otherwise were committing treason and were cowards that are rooting against our country, as if presidential rhetoric alone could reshape a reality that is gradually becoming clear to him. Just a few hours earlier, the New York Times, citing U.S. intelligence agencies, reported evidence suggesting that after a month-long ceasefire, Iran had regained access to 30 out of 33 missile sites along the Strait of Hormuz, renewing
Huh.
its threat to U.S. warships and oil tankers stationed in this narrow maritime corridor. That is in addition to some 27 large underground facilities known as missile cities scattered across mountainous terrain 3 times the size of France, where ballistic missiles and drones are stored in kilometers of tunnels. The New York Times further reported that roughly 70% of Iran's mobile launchers deployed across the country remain operational. Iran is also believed to have retained approximately 70% of its pre war missile stockpile, including short range cruise missiles, as well as ballistic missiles, according to the U.S. Daily, though it did not. Oh, I have to subscribe.
Oh,
That's it.
don't forget.
Although it did
Paywall.
not. You know
Paywall.
what? Cliffhanger. Okay.
But the point is, what? Let me
Damn.
just
Did
ask
not
you, what,
what? Did not
what,
what?
what exactly have we achieved with this? I mean,
What?
we've spent billions of dollars. We've depleted our arsenal. We've pissed off the whole world. We've,
Yeah.
we've, we're just not completely destroyed, but we're destroying the global economy.
Hmm.
So, what exactly? Donald Trump keeps telling us we're winning, but I'm not sure what we're
It
winning.
doesn't feel like we're winning at
Doesn't feel
all.
like it.
Does
Feels like
not.
they're winning.
It does. And so Iran has a 10-point plan.
Well, no,
Um,
let me just say
okay, so
now, wait, not
okay.
only have we not
Okay.
achieved any of these goals, but
Yes.
now Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz and is charging tolls. So they're making money off of this. Okay.
Cha-ching. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so this is Iran's 10-point plan, and it is a counter proposal conveyed
That
to the
they,
United States.
okay, let me just say this. This is the proposal that they have offered over and over and over
Over.
again. Okay. And Donald Trump said we would use this as a foundation for our negotiations, which now he's completely, I mean, he was just full of shit once again,
Mm,
because he just used that to kind of, I guess the markets were tanking. So he had to come up with something. Do you
right.
remember that was a few weeks ago?
Yeah, yeah.
So he was saying
Oh,
he would use this as an out, as a kind of
outline.
a, yeah,
Hmm.
of
Yes.
the deal. But this is what they keep this is their these are the demands, and
Yeah.
they have not moved 1 inch.
Not 1 inch. So the 10 demands focus on security guarantees, economic sanctions relief, and regional influence. The 10 core points outlined in Tehran's proposal are permanent non aggression, a binding commitment from the United States to permanently halt attacks on Iran and ensure it will not be targeted with military force in the future. Two, comprehensive regional ceasefire, an end to combat on all fronts, including an immediate halt to Israeli military operations against Hezbollah in Lebanon. Three, end to regional attacks, a halt to military actions and strikes against Iran and as well as its regional allies. Number four, lifting of sanctions, the complete removal of all primary and secondary U.S. sanctions imposed on Iran's economy. Number five, release of frozen assets, the unblocking and return of Iranian funds previously frozen abroad. Number six, Strait of Hormuz control, U.S. recognition of Iran's control over the Strait of Hormuz, with the condition that safe passage for global shipping will be regulated under Iranian military management. Number seven, acceptance of uranium enrichment, explicit recognition of Iran's right to enrich uranium on its own territory. Number eight, compensation for war damages, payment for the damages and losses Iran had suffered during the recent conflict. Number 9, withdrawal of U.S. forces, the complete withdrawal of all U.S. combat forces from the Middle East. And number 10, international legitimacy, the termination of all UN Security Council and International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, resolutions targeting Iran, requiring a binding UN resolution to make the final peace deal legally binding. While the U.S. has described some of these demands as maximalist, the 10-point framework has served as an active basis for ongoing negotiations in Islamabad between the two sides. That's according to Al Jazeera.
Yeah. Well, no, that is their 10-point plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's not just that's what they have demanded.
No, I'm just saying it's reported. I'm
It's
telling you
reported
that
through
they
Al
reported
Jazeera.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they have not moved an inch, and those are becoming more and more, gettable for them.
Yeah. Right.
Because
I
he's
mean,
getting
but
more
this
and more
is the
desperate.
thing. Is that what was in the deal with
The
Obama and the 7
JCPOA?
other? Yeah, yeah.
No.
No,
No.
it wasn't.
Do you remember how much they criticized that though? Because oh no, I mean this is like the JCPOA was actually a lot stricter, and they worked
Really?
on it.
Wait, didn't
They-
it have something to do with the uranium enrichment?
yeah, they could only enrich certain amount. They could only enrich up to I think it was 3.8%, which was just enough for them
Hmm.
to use for nuclear power.
Yeah.
And there was inspections,
Mm.
inspections. They did release some frozen funds that have been held since like
That was their,
1979.
yeah, that was
That
their
was their
money.
money, and it didn't come out of American banks, by the way.
That's kind of
It
how
was at Frank's.
negotiations go. It's
That's
like
how they
we're going to
go.
agree to this if you guys agree
Hmm
to this. Yeah,
They
right.
worked on it for like 2 years. Remember John
Yes.
Kerry, and it was what was his name, Munoz, or the
Yeah.
Secretary of
Wait,
Energy.
yeah, but wasn't there like some letter that
Oh, that was the Tom Cotton and the
Tom Cotton, the
treasonous. Yeah,
Republican, yeah, and the trees, yeah. Hmm.
and now I mean now Donald Trump is basically just saying, please just open the Strait of Hormuz. That's their goal now. That's their
Please,
goal.
pretty
Please open the Strait of Hormuz.
please.
Let's just forget all this happened.
I pooped the
He wants
bed.
to just see. He
I
thinks he
pooped.
can. What he thinks he can do is just like
Mm-mm.
sweep it under the rug. Let's all forget this
You
ever happened.
can't.
Okay.
I pooped on the floor. Sweep it
Well,
under
no,
the
Israel
rug.
doesn't.
Mm.
Israel won't let him because
No.
Israel wants, to
No.
make it a failed state. That's what they want.
Yes. Yes.
They,
And
as a
now
matter of fact,
they're
remember what?
like, we're not going anywhere. And as a matter of fact, you're going to have to proclaim our legitimacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? And you're gonna have to leave Hezbollah alone.
Yep.
You're gonna have to, agree to allow us to enrich as much uranium as we want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, okay. So the Hormuz letter breaking, the Pentagon reveals Trump paused the strikes in Iran, not for negotiations, as he claimed, but because Iran is becoming rapidly more effective at tracking U.S. air operations, improving
Mm-hmm.
its air defenses, and becoming too strong at detecting signs of a surprise attack, per the New York Times. Iran has used the ceasefire to successfully dig out all bombed ballistic missile sites, making them fully operational again, Anita. Iran
Wow.
also moved a large number of new mobile launchers across the entire country and adjusted tactics for any resumption of strikes, per a U.S. military official. Iranian commanders studied U.S. fighter jet and bomber flights patterns with close Russian and Chinese help. The recent downing of an F-15E and ground fire striking an F-35 revealed American flight tactics had become, quote unquote, too predictable. This is,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah, they have. And
Mm-hmm.
you've got Donald Trump sucking up to China, sucking up to
Mm-hmm.
Xi, and
Mm-hmm.
removing sanctions on Russia. Well, they're helping Iran.
Right.
Okay, kill Americans. They are.
Yeah.
Those Americans that were killed in Kuwait, Russia helped them, target them.
Mm-hmm.
And Donald Trump has nothing to say about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we could not have a weaker, more unfit person in office right now. We
Yep.
should not be in this situation.
We should
And
not.
the fact that we have this type of leadership
Mm-hmm.
is it is so dangerous.
It is. I mean, and of course, it's like because he cannot stand President Obama It was President Obama's deal, just like the pandemic response team was put together by George W. Bush, strengthened by President Obama, but because Obama had something to do with it, we can't have that, and then we have a pandemic. And I mean, it's just such a fucking shit show.
Well, it's a pattern with him because
It's a total
he's
pattern.
so unfit. He's so incompetent. And he just wants to erase all the success of previous administrations. He does the same thing with Biden.
Yep.
And even with Kennedy, for God's sakes, the Kennedy Center, he put his name on that.
Yep. Yep.
And if he could get away with it, he would just take Kennedy's name off of it completely. I guarantee you.
Of course. So
and it wouldn't be the Lincoln Memorial.
No.
It'll be the Trump Memorial. And the Washington Memorial, forget about that. We need the Trump, the Arc to Trump.
Arc to Trump. Oh my God. Okay. So moving along, President Obama and Iran, he sat down with Stephen Colbert. I'm going to play this clip.
This is good because it really does explain, Obama does, why, how much, oh my God, just how much better a person and president than Barack Obama was.
Oh my God, of course. So we pulled it off without firing a missile. We got 97% of their enriched uranium. Hold on, let me finish. There's no dispute that it worked, and we did have to kill, and we didn't have to kill a whole bunch of people or shut down the Strait of Hormuz.
We pulled it off without firing a missile. We got
why does it do
percent of
this?
their enriched uranium out. They were able to maintain a modest civilian.
Can you stop it for a second? Because you can't hear that. I noticed I listened to the last one, and sometimes you can't hear the videos.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn
it up.
It's turned up. Hold on. And I'm sharing, so I don't know why it's. Let me try sharing again. Hold on. Yep, it's sharing. Hold on.
And
so you think it was working?
Here you go.
Well, it's not only did I think it was working, even Israeli intelligence thought it was working. Even our intelligence services thought it was working. So there's no dispute that it worked, and we didn't have to kill a whole bunch of people or shut down the Strait of Hormuz. Now,
well, there was some dispute that it didn't work.
Well,
our present president believed that it didn't work, which is why he pulled out of it.
It's not clear that he didn't believe that it didn't work. He just said it didn't work.
Worst deal of all time.
Yeah, because I did it, which is fine. That seems to be a pattern. But there is no serious independent folks who would say that it didn't work with respect to the nuclear program. Now, if your agenda was to bring about regime change in Iran, well, that wasn't the goal of the agreement. If your goal was to dismantle the Iranian military so that it couldn't cause any other problems in the region, then it didn't do that, but that wasn't the goal.
Yeah.
That wasn't the goal, and that's one of the criticisms. But the thing was, we were trying to instill some trust with Iran, and it was a start of building trust with them.
This is the thing that they don't get. People aren't just going to bend to your fucking will. Like, it's just like that is how negotiations work. Okay?
But they don't trust us either.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, when you have people in the Republican Party talk, saying things like bomb, 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 bomb Iran,
that's right.
That's not helpful. And so why would they? Why would they trust us? And so then when there's a Democratic president with a bunch of other nations that are sitting down, and you have to come to some middle agreement. You're not going to get everything, and that is the thing that these people do not understand. That's what Donald Trump. It's like winner take all. You're not gonna.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And that's
you're not gonna get everything. He was a narrow agreement.
It's called diplomacy,
and you can build on it.
Exactly.
But he didn't do that. You just don't tear it all up. It's like it's like starting all over. You have a foundation, and just tearing that up and starting all over instead of just building on that.
It's a conversation stopper. If you go over and you say, this is what you're going to give us. Okay, well,
Yeah.
there's no reason to continue a negotiation or a conversation.
That's right.
Period.
And what did we do? I mean, seriously, they didn't trust us before. We're trying to build that trust. He could have built on that trust, and
Yes.
it would have taken a while to
Mhm.
rebuild that. Remember what we did in 1953? We instigated a coup against their legitimately democratically elected president. They tried to nationalize their oil. The UK, Britain, and the United States said, "Oh, hell no,"
Right.
and instigated a coup and installed the Shah, who was a tyrant.
Right.
That's what started. That's why the whole Iranian Revolution happened.
Yep.
People were, and of course, then we took in the Shah. They were already hated us,
Yeah.
right, for
Yeah.
instigating that coup against the democratic president that they elected,
Right.
and putting in this tyrant, this very American friendly tyrant. And so, of course, there's not going to be trust.
Of course not.
People act like Iran just took American hostages for no reason.
Right. Exactly. So, moving on, the Political HQ 2026 generic ballot poll has Democrats 50%, Republicans 39%.
That's
This is
11 points.
Yeah,
Yep.
New York Times, Siena University, 1,507 registered voters, and this is 511 to 515. So
Yeah,
that's
and
favorability, correct?
yeah, this is after the Iran. He started the stupid war with Iran. I'm not surprised.
Yep.
So this is
either.
hurting him.
Yes,
It's
it
very
is.
unpopular. The
Sure
Iraq War
is.
wasn't this unpopular for many years.
Nope.
Vietnam wasn't this unpopular for many years.
Yeah.
We realized it was a mistake. Now, this isn't our first rodeo.
No, and we should know better.
Yeah, this
Oh
is
my
the
gosh.
worst.
Yeah, this is the worst. So anyway, well, listen, Anita, we're gonna have to wrap it, but a lot to talk about, and we're gonna continue the conversation. And please like and subscribe to our YouTube
Please.
channel. What do you have
Smash
to do?
that button.
Smash the like button, and then also head over to our
No,
Patreon
smash the
page
subscribe button. Don't listen to Karen. Smash the like and the subscribe.
and the subscribe. I said like and subscribe.
Oh, you did.
I did. You don't listen.
I didn't listen.
You didn't
Sorry.
listen. And then also head over to our Patreon page. We have chat there, and you can interact with like-minded people. And if you want, buy us a coffee, subscribe at any level. We just would love to hear from you. So anyway, thanks everybody, and we are going to, as every day, play us out with a new Lego video.
Hello, you've reached Beijing. For trade deals, press 1. For soybeans, press 2. For help with your Iran problem, please hold. Your call is very important to us.
She pick up the phone. Donnie's on Air Force One, tired and alone. The war got heavy, the deal fell through. America first, but first I need you.
Monday morning, Air Force One on the runway. Gold tie, straight hair, doing what it does on a Sunday. Packed his ego in the overhead bin. Didn't fit, tried twice, squeezed it in. Brought the crew along for the Beijing ride. Little Pete in the back trying to hide. The man who ran a war from a studio screen. Now sitting very quiet in the limousine. Little Marco up front with the folder and the pen. The man who ran against Donnie and lost him ran again. Now he's running errands for the man who called him small. Little Marco, big title, very short haul. See, the war was gonna be easy, fast, clean. A weekend trip, a tweet, the victory scene. But the weekend got long and the price got tall. And suddenly Donnie needs Beijing more than all.
She pick up the phone. Donnie's on Air Force One, tired and alone. The war got heavy, the deal fell through. America first, but first I need you.
Red carpet, yes, but shorter than expected. No shy at the gate, just the deputy respected.
A diplomatic message, Donnie. Read the room when the host sends the backup. You know your status soon.
Stepped off the plane with the flag standing tall. Walked into Beijing like he owns the hall. She was at the table calm, tea in hand. The kind of calm that says, I already understand. Trump said, great leader. Trump said, great land. Trump said, fantastic. Shook a very firm hand. She showed him the garden, the old stone wall. Trees older than America, roots and all.
He's been here 1,000 years,
She said, Trump looked at the
trees and looked straight ahead. Nodded like the man who just failed the test. Said, beautiful trees, and she filed the rest. Then Donnie tried the tough voice, the big rally sound. The one that works in Florida doesn't travel around. She blinked once, poured the tea, took his time. You can't threaten the man you flew here to meet. That's the line. Let me tell you what wasn't in the press release. There was a number. Not the Boeing number. Not the soybean number, the other one. From a war that was supposed to last a week. That number flew to Beijing in the seat right next to Donnie. No ticket needed. It was already on the manifest. Soybeans on the table, Boeing's on the list. 100 billion promises wrapped up in the fist. He said, we'll make a deal that works for both of us. He said, of course, and handed him a bus. A bus to the next topic, smooth, slow, clean. Of course, and that rule means not what you mean. No paper sign, no Iran line, no Hormuz key. China's buying Iranian oil at a discount. You see, Trump said, fix it. She heard the ask, handed him an empty glass, and moved to the next task. Why would she rush? She's got the better hand. When your guest needs you more, you understand. America first, great hat, great phone, great call. America begging sounds different in that hall. He brought the soybeans, he brought the planes, he brought the silence, and silence explains. How much longer here? Pete passed it back, smile, pretend nothing's weird. Two little sidekicks, professionally calm. Both quietly reading from the Everything Is Fine song. She pick up the phone. Donnie's on Air Force One, tired and alone. The war got heavy, the deal fell through. America first, but first I need you. Don't let it ring, Dawn's calling again. Got Pete and Marco on the very broken plan. Fluent strong, leaving lighter than air. She just smiled, then offered him a chair. Here's the thing about power, it doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just pours the tea, walks you through the garden, smiles very slowly, and lets you do all the talking. Because the man who talked more in that room needed something, and the man who talked less already knew the price.
Back on Air Force One over the Pacific Blue. He opened up his phone and typed a nightly review. Incredible trip, historic, the best. She loves me, exclamation point, God bless. The markets open lower, analysts said thin. Financial Times says he gave nothing to him. Truth Social said we won, we always win. And somewhere, somebody liked it and moved on. The Hormuz Strait still sitting like a lock. Gas approaching 5 a gallon on the clock. Pete gave a statement, composed, bright, breezy. Marco sent a memo, productive, positive, easy. He came in like the eagle, wings spread, flag high. Left with the bag of seeds and a very tight eye. She filed the visit under managed, complete. The eagle came to borrow, the dragon kept its seat. Thank you for holding. We've reviewed your request. The deal, not available at this time. The Iran problem, still on the line. The Hormuz, we'll look into it. The soybeans, appreciate it, thank you. We hope your visit was tremendous. Your call has been forwarded to the next available country. America first, but not with us.